Every movie has a hero. A hero that makes us smile, that makes us cry, that fights all the bad guys and does all the good things, and we desperately want him to win at the end of the story. And this is the technical definition of a hero. A hero is a person who is admired for their courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities. That's what a hero is. The audience gets to learn the story through these heroes. And this is exactly what Balram Halwai does to us in the movie. So, as per the definition, can we still call him a hero, even when he doesn't do the most noble things to reach the top? I couldn't help but wonder why all of us loved Balram, even when he was the opposite of the definition of a hero. So let's dig into this beautiful movie, The White Tiger, and the main character, of course, Balram Halwai, who takes us on an emotional ride with him through this movie. The White Tiger is a book written by Aravind Adiga, and it is written and directed on screen by Ramin Bahrani, supported by a wonderful cast of Adarsh Gaurav, Rajkumar Rao, and Priyanka Chopra Jonas. The White Tiger is a story of a driver who drives all the way to the top by simply believing in himself. The entire movie is through the eyes of Balram Halwai, who is also the mastermind of this entire story. Just a small disclaimer that going forward I might use references from the movie, so if you haven't watched it, it could be a spoiler for you. Let's decode Balram Halwai. So it all begins in a classroom in the small town of Lakshmangarh, where Balram answers a question, and being impressed by his answer, his teacher calls him the White Tiger. And this is the moment that changes everything for Balram. Balram is soon made to leave school and he starts working to help his family. We see him grow into an adult, and of course, we sympathize the life that he has. Even with all of this, he's determined to escape the life that he's living, and soon he comes up with a brilliant plan. He notices how the village landlord's son had returned from the US and saw an opportunity in being his driver. And all of this without knowing how to drive. He convinces his family and goes out of his town to learn driving. He then casually goes to the landlord's house and convinces them that he's a well-trained and experienced driver, and somehow talks them into letting him become their driver. He shows them his driving skills and smartly showcases whatever he has learned, which impresses everyone. The Balram who is the driver now is far different from the Balram back in Lakshmangarh. He now knows that he's capable of escaping and keeps his eye open for every small opportunity which he could use to escape. And this thought of wanting to escape and desperately wanting to survive pushes our hero to do all the actions that an anti-hero does. Be it blackmailing his fellow colleague Ram Prasad to expose his truth of being a Muslim just so that Balram could be the one who gets to go with Ashok to Delhi. He's determined to succeed. He's determined to be the best servant his masters could have. Until one night when everything changes and he's forced to see what his masters are capable of doing in spite of his loyalty. And this is when he begins to rebel silently, with his dislike for them growing every single day. He starts thinking about the different ways to collect money, and at this point, nothing other than his survival matters to him. Not even his family who's really far away. Not even their existence, not even their survival. He does various things to make money behind Ashok's back by betraying his trust. And of course, brutally killing his own master on the road to run away with his money, leaving him there to bleed and die. Now, when I mentioned each of these instances one by one, they sounded really cruel and gruesome, all pointing to the fact that this is something that an anti-hero would do. Actions that would make the audience want to hate the anti-hero. But why is that when we saw the movie, we all supported Balram? We all wanted him to win at the end of the story. It's because we saw his struggle. It's because we were struggling with him through the movie, and we saw his suffering up close. Even though Balram does all of this, he's not necessarily evil. He considers himself the hero of his own story and takes it his own responsibility to save himself. And one of the many reasons why we connected to him is because he was doing all of this to survive. And haven't we all done that? Haven't we all done things that we're not proud of just so that we could get something that we want, or just to avoid something that we didn't want to face? And isn't that exactly what Balram did? I think the reason why we all connected to this character is because somewhere deep down, we all saw ourselves in him and we understood why he did what he did. I guess in some small or big way, we're all a Balram Halwai. And that's exactly why his story hit us. I guess we've all faced that situation where we felt pain, or when someone close has betrayed us, where we've been helpless, when we felt that we are stuck and there's no other way out of this pain, out of this sadness. And maybe that's why we connect to Balram, because we could relate. I mean, if I put this entire concept of the big belly and the small belly aside, maybe we're all the same. Maybe we're all a rooster that's trying to get out of our own rooster coop. Maybe the coop could be a metaphor for societal pressures that we face. For some, they're pressurized to get married. To others, it could be pursuing higher education in a field that they don't like. For some, it could be the pressure of getting into a job that they don't even like. Or for some, it could be the pressure to quit their dreams. We're all in this coop, and growing up, we all see it. We know that we're next. We know that we're the next target. But only very, very, very few of us break out of it. All of us live in very different yet very similar rooster coops. And so did Balram. And this was Balram's struggle to get out of his coop. To a point where we don't even judge what he does, but we only look at the why. So even though his actions were the opposite of what a hero would actually do, we still root for him because we can relate to it in our own small ways. There's a scene towards the end of the movie where Balram visits the zoo and comes face to face with the white tiger. It's a beautiful moment because throughout the entire movie, he calls himself the white tiger. The funny fact is, the white tiger, though as mighty as it is, was stuck behind the bars in the zoo. And this exactly becomes a turning point for Balram because he realizes where he was as well, stuck behind the bars in some sort of a zoo. And I guess this can also be a moment for us to think about where we are in life and if we are in some sort of cage too. There are a couple more scenes and some pretty good one-liners that actually help us learn a lesson in the most subtle way. For example, when Pinky Madam says, "You were looking for the key for years, but the door was always open." I think it's a beautiful line that we all can learn from. Or even when Balram opens the red bag and sees the money, and he realizes how stealing that money can help him for a couple of years. But he didn't go ahead with it just because he felt that he deserved more. He beautifully says how, "I was worth much more." And often that's what happens to us. We're given multiple options, but we run to the most easiest and simplest option. We don't understand what we're worth, and we settle for something that has the least amount of risk. I can't help but think how different the ending of the story would have been if Balram had just settled. And of course, my most favorite scene is towards the end when Balram goes to the police station and sees the notice on the board where he's wanted for murder. But the line he says after that really hit me hard. The reason why he never gets caught is because his face could be the face of half the men in India. Throughout the movie, we see how this same fact has been a negative for Balram. Be it when he was criticized for chewing pan, for not brushing his teeth, for not having the basic mannerisms, simply because nobody taught him. Balram is just seen as a village boy who's poor and shabby. He's considered nothing more than that. But today he doesn't get caught because he's just another poor, shabby village boy. And that's a beautiful way of how he turned his own negative into one of the biggest positives in life. And that comes across with a beautiful message of how sometimes we might hate the negatives that we own, but in many situations that we don't know of, it could actually help us out. Right from the start, we can see how intelligent Balram is. And he just uses his vision to break free with that intelligence to actually escape the life he hated. Coming back to the question that we started of whether Balram Halwai is the anti-hero of the movie, I don't think he is. He was the hero of his own story. And I don't think there ever is an anti-hero. I mean, if you question every villain in the book, they might all have their own reasons and versions of the story. And same thing for Balram Halwai, the hero with the anti-hero story. The anti-hero that rests in all of us. We connect to the movie The White Tiger because of Balram Halwai and his ways of survival that teaches us that anything is possible. As long as you see the white tiger in you, no rooster coop or zoo would be too small for the Balram Halwai in you to escape. The White Tiger is indeed a beautiful story, turned into a brilliant movie with the support of an even more brilliant cast and crew. This is definitely one of the movies I would highly recommend to my friends and family. I would definitely give this movie 4 stars out of 5 for not just the beautiful story but also the impact it created in all of us. The entire team deserves a huge round of applause for telling a story that actually needs to be told in today's time. And that wraps up my thoughts on The White Tiger. Make sure you watch it and don't forget to break free. I'll see you next week with another movie. With lots of love, your storyteller.